Welcome to Masalamommas. I'm Anjum Nair. There are still a number of families in the South Asian community that are either in denial or choosing not to accept and have a conversation even about a child that has a disability or someone that has a disability in the home. So joining us today is Anchel Krishna. She is an empowered parent and has a child with special needs, and her name is Siona. So she's here to talk to us. So Anchel, tell us, how did you first find out that Siona had a problem?
So the pregnancy with Siona was pretty normal. There were no indicators that anything was wrong. When she was born, she was really sick and she was in the hospital for about 2 weeks. At that time, they did an ultrasound of her brain, and they found at the time what they called shadows. Later on, those shadows were diagnosed as a type of brain damage, which led to an increased risk of everything. When she was about 11 months old, she was diagnosed with cerebral palsy, which is a non-degenerative neurological disorder. It means it doesn't get worse, but it does impact her muscles. So her muscles are very tight. It's really hard for her to walk, and she's 4 now and uses a walker and a wheelchair.
Wow. So, as a mom that has this new journey, did cultural stigma ever play a role in your, quote, new normal?
I think that cultural stigma only plays a role if you let it as a parent, because this is our life now. We have not hesitated to take Siona out in public, to community functions, to religious events, because you see this really cute little girl in a hot pink wheelchair, and yes, you might look twice because
awesome.
It's something you don't see all the time, but that's the only way we're going to reduce that stigma in our community.
So you say going out into the community and having those conversations actually helps. So could you talk a little bit about how that's helped other people understand and maybe reduce the stigma?
When we would go out to an event, I'd talk to aunties and uncles, and they would say, "Oh, beta, this has happened," and we would chat, and I would say, "Yeah, but there's all these good things too. Like she's given us a different perspective on life, and nothing else could have done that." So I think because of that, they felt comfortable asking questions, and we were comfortable answering them. And this is something we have to get used to, and eventually Siona has to do herself, so we may as well model it for her.
And as parents, no one anticipates having this kind of challenge hit them, but you thrive. So how did it affect your marriage?
When a child has a diagnosis, your life is more stressful, therefore there's more stress on your marriage. But you make a choice as a husband and a wife or with your partner, and you decide either this is going to bring you closer together or you're going to disengage. Mm-hmm. And I think for us, we've made the choice that it will bring us closer together. And that's not to say we're always on the same page. We're just willing to talk through things and have those really tough conversations when we need to, but we show up.
That's great. You're having those tough conversations online. You
Mm-hmm.
blog about it at the Today's Parent Special Needs blog, and you talk about parenting on our site. What gave you the courage to do that so openly?
I'm a type A personality, and I like to have a lot of control, and all of a sudden there's this thing happening that is not in your control. So sharing our story and being really open about it was the way I could control our situation and empower us as a family and Siona as well down the road.
That's great. Thank you so much, Anchel, for being here.
It's
I really appreciate it. It was really great information. For more information on Anchel Krishna's journey, you can log on to Today's Parent Special Needs blog. And we're always looking for your feedback at masalamommas.com in the parenting section, where she's also our writer.